What's up, Joe? How you doing today? Somebody's got sound here. Alan? Okay. I think the sound's all turned down now. Jason Beecher, what's up, brother? Brother Joe. Brother Bluminati. Whoop, whoop. And the gang's all here. Sorry about Wednesday. Really wasn't nothing going on, so I figured why waste the air. Got tons going on now, though. Tons, I say. Well, to start off with, another snowstorm. Brought to you by the West Coast. Yep. We're in the 3 to 8 range, 4 to 8, but they don't know. They're saying plus when they're saying that because in the pocket I'm in this time, it's going to be like seriously cold, like below single digits, like in the minuses. Wind's supposed to be pretty stagnant, 20 to 30, 40 mile an hour gusts. Sort of like a mini tropical storm. And we're right in the eye of the motherfucker. So, yeah, Mr. Mouse, what's going on? Henry G, all right, man. Pull up a chair. A little bit to talk about today. If I can get my camera straight here. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? But, yeah, got round 2 coming, and then there's a round 3. But they're saying it'd be like half of this one, so maybe an inch or 2 more. It's not supposed to warm up for like a week, so we're going to be stuck with it. The thing with this one is we were bitching about losing power last time because of the ice. Well, we didn't get a lot of ice here, maybe 1/8 of an inch, mostly snow. And the total snow here was like 3 inches. That was it. But the thing with that though is losing power for the electrical or the ice purpose. This one is going to have high wind, so shit that got damaged with the ice, probably the wind's going to knock it the hell out of the tree. So this one we actually have a better chance of losing power. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm crossing my fingers though. That sucks. Got backup. That's not an issue. It just sucks. We'll just camp out in the living room like always. And yes, I know, Blue. You got to live through it too. You still have a hole in your house. My apologies. Just remember though, summer's right around the corner. And if you're over 60, it's next week. Trust me, man. For all you guys middle-aged or younger, man, shit flies by when you get old. I mean, like, boom, either that or you forget a lot of it. Might be one of them things where you're half asleep. But you think you've been asleep for a minute and it's been 3 hours? Who knows? Yeah, so anyway, that's the big topic over here this weekend. Another damn snowstorm. I figure we'll get 6 inches. I always underplay what they say by at least a third. Usually comes out about right. Now, the East half of the state, they're going to get a little harder than us in different ways. They're going to have a lot more wind and blowing snow. So they'll have it's going to be a real powdery light snow, they say. So it's not going to be one that sticks well with the wind. And they already declared a state of emergency. I was just watching that before I came live. The governor's already putting his little thing out. So therefore, all the emergency equipment are being charged, tested, and so on. Can we have Canada? My dad always said, Blue, we need to build a wall across Canada. And this was way before the Southern Wall issues. It had nothing to do with keeping people in and out. He just figured to keep the cold air where the hell it belonged. Because he grew up he was raised up there at Lake Erie area. all his life. Well, most of it until I moved back from California. But let me read some of your chatter here. Yeah, Well, it's coming up. You probably won't see this, but once it gets to the coast, it's going to ride the coast. Maybe hit Boston, Nova Scotia up that way. It'll be pretty bad up that way too. Gale force winds and all that crazy happy shit. Not a good time to go crabbing, Sitting in the kitchen, passing out. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm ready. Start complaining about the heat and humidity. Hell yeah. I know it'll be 2 weeks from now. Fucking heat. Jesus Christ, I can't even go outside. I ain't mowing for a month. Hell with it. I'll wait till fall. Next thing you know, it's Christmas. Yeah, I was going to say, Joe, you're always working. 2 hours sleep. Started. Oh, Dallas? Well, yeah, that sucks too, man. Sorry to hear that. Zoe Cat, what's going on? Stephen Parks. Boy. Yeah, guys. Good to see you. Glad everybody's still breathing. Yeah, like I said, Wednesday was kind of a bust. I'm going to start doing 4 o'clocks. And if that's an issue, please say so now, because we could go back to 3. I just thought 4 would be a little better. There's some newer people coming on midday, and being they're newer, I want them to get their time. So I figured, yeah, that works too. Sitting in the toilet trying to pass it. There you go. At least you won't lose if I have a giveaway. Let's get a few cases of beer and go deep sea. There you go. There you go. Actually, it's quite calm under the water. It's just the first 30 feet you got to worry about. I tell you, anytime a storm, even up till, no, I'm lying. Up till last weekend, whenever the last storm was. We always made sure we had a little bit of adult beverage. Because I've got the firewood ready, Get the fire going for all the kids sled riding up and down the hill. Start drinking till the storm's over. We make a festival out of it, man. Not so much this year, though. Just me. I'm the only festive one. Everybody else sucks. They're mean. All I do is sit around and be grumpy. Not me. Build fire. Drink beer. Scream at the gods. Clint, what's going on? Pull up a chair. Grab yourself a drink. And for those of you that find it too early in the day to be drinking, it's 4 o'clock on the East Coast. So anyway, let's talk about this Iran bullshit again. Well, it's on. The goals that Trump put up to the Iranians to not turn them into a parking lot didn't go over well with the Iranians. So yeah. Latest, I'm going to go forward, backwards kind of thing. I'm going to start with the freshest information first and then work my way back till Wednesday when I wasn't here. Drinking time all the time. I don't know. I'm not a morning. I could never do the morning thing. And I don't really get hangovers anymore. Of course, I don't drink as much as I used to. I drink, enough to feel it and feel good. And then, all right, I'm good. That way, if you have to, you can kind of stay that way by just hitting a miss a drink now and then. No new messages. All right. Anyway, we sent B-52s over the other day. They're on their way there now. Actually, they're probably there because they turned their transponders off. I want to say yesterday late afternoonish. So yeah, they're there. More tankers went over. So obviously this is not going to be a Venezuela type operation. This is going to be a carpet bombing, shock and awe bullshit. And then while everybody's like freaking out because shit's falling from the sky like rain, then once the smoke clears, special forces will move in, I'm sure. Take over the ground they need first to land everything else. I don't know. But yeah, it's on. And with that said, as of yesterday morning, Wednesday late evening, the Russians and the Chinese decided they're going to go down there and snoop around with their warships. So, yeah, Iranians already calling for help. Here we got these warships that are just doing war games. Yeah, okay. We saw that in Ukraine. We know how your war games work, Putin. So, yeah, some backups coming on the Iranian side. This could be it. I don't know. I'm not going to say for sure, but this could escalate quite far into something we don't want to talk about. Do it one more time and I'm turning it off. Quick key in the mic, moron. Kids, I swear. Declare one little emergency for snow. They got to get in radios and play. Because as we learned in class 2 weeks ago, students, you don't have to have a license to operate a ham, GMRS, or MERS radio during a state federal emergency. Don't call me Shirley. Woohoo! Shirley is it now? Surely it isn't. So what do y'all think? Think China and Russia are going to go stick their nose into some shit? Check that thing out. Works really good with a pencil. You just trace it, move it, trace it, move it, trace it, move it. Makes a really cool design. You know, when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, it's the nanner. All right, yeah, I've seen it before. It's going to be weird, but you know, once you hold it in your hand, feels pretty good. It's got a hell of a sharp spot, though. When you're doing this to release said lock, right here, right there. And if you're left-handed, because it does go lefty too. Yeah, right there where they stop their millings on the backspacer. It's got a really sharp thing there. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the big white spot in the palm of my hand where it's been rubbing the hell out of it just for today. So yeah, bad knife. But it's kind of funky. And the top flipper works really well. And that's unusual for me. Great for skinning, hunting, something like that. Hell yeah. But she's a little budget banger. CJRB Nanner. I don't even remember. Steals that weird shit. AR-RPM 9. Yeah, 9. I mean, it fits in the hand really cool, though. If you're into that kind of stuff. Y'all know where this one's going. So, that one's going to go in the giveaway box. Not because of anything. It's just I think somebody else should have that. They would have probably enjoyed it a lot more than me. Because I enjoy every knife. And I'll give that one to Barbie for one of her giveaways. Now, we got up a lot more of it. That's another thing, too. Wednesday, I went to the post office, spent $100. Thank you, federal government, for just poking me right in the rear. So, yeah, Gary, if you're here listening, yours got sent again. Let's hope this one makes it. I made bigger packages so they don't get, because last time they were just envelopes, like regular shipping or, letter envelopes. This time they're, oh, what the hell did I do? Go back. Thank you. Let me see here. Have you done what? Should have done this 40 years ago. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I wish they'd, they've had YouTube a while, man. But I wish that would have started earlier, at least 10 years ago. It would have been something different, I'm sure, than knives. I don't know. Maybe it would have. Knives are, it would have been this, but it would have been quite boring. That's what I'm saying. There wasn't nothing going on then. So what the hell was I supposed to do? I did throw a video up, oh shit, 2008, 9, of a song I wrote on guitar. But they probably found it racist or something because I had never seen it after that. It was called Taco Eating Girl. Now you can take it any direction you want, but it was my #1 hit, trust me. Every time the grandkids would come over, play Taco Eating Girl. All right. One of these days I may do it live. I need to get back playing guitar again. I really do. Yeah, Taco, it's kind of a snappy, bluesy rock tune. About a dude going down to Mexico trying to find a taco eating girl. You had to be there. It actually came about from a trip to Mexico that I woke up one morning. You know, it's like one of them comedy movies. You wake up in Mexico and then shit just happens from there. Yeah, I lived one of them. We were playing poker in LA with the boys, man. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in Mexico. Not Tijuana, though. We went the other way, down towards Baja. It was cool. We made it out alive. That's back when things were more normal. You could actually walk across the border with no problems and shit. Anyway, that's what's going on in the Middle East right now. I'm figuring all the intel's pointing to this weekend. Probably tonight. Right, or is it tonight? No, it's still daylight there. Otherwise, my screen would be dark. Oh, Lord. Let's see here. Where is the darkness? We need the darkness. Wait a minute. Where is the darkness? Somebody got to be dark. I must not have it set on climate. I'll have to do that. But yeah, I think it's got to be dark. Or just daylight. Shit, I don't remember the time difference. I know England's 6 to 7, depending where you live. So that being another, Jesus, probably another 6 hours, I'd say. 12 hours different, roughly. So we're at 4, so it'll be 4 a.m. there. Yeah, if they ain't attacked now, they would probably be tonight. That's what everybody's saying anyway. And with the equipment we sent down that's in the air, our air assets, I guarantee you it's going to be pinpoint strikes and bombing of some kind. Because they brought the big boys down. They ain't bringing them down for nothing. That ain't a scare tactic. Yeah, and you know, it's supposed to be like -7 tonight. And the wind chill like -15 and shit. I went out and closed up all my vents outside the house so the cold can't get underneath it. And I'm still trying to think what else I need to do. I've wrapped all my spigots in heavy towels. I don't know if I should leave them running or not. I mean, we made it 19 years here without a pipe busting. I think I've been doing pretty good on that department. Because I think this is probably the record low for me this time being here. Because I was here in the 80s once too, right after the military, for 4 years up in Mount Airy. So altogether, I've lived here 23 years in North Carolina alone, 20 in Pennsylvania, and the other, 20-some years in California. California, back when it was fucking hopping, man. Surfing in the morning, Hollywood Boulevard at night. Man, I'm telling you. The music, the scene. Gary, what's up? Gary, you got a package coming. Gary, Barb sent you a tracking number. Let's hope this one makes it. I had to make it bigger, that way we can track it. The last one wasn't trackable. It just had stamps on it. I hope you get this one, Gary. I really do. You had a hat with your call sign on it. Cool. Sweet. I got a bunch of hats now. Some strange reason. Of course, my bald head which I took care of promptly today. I cannot stand hair, man. Can't do it. I don't know how the hell I did it back in the day. That little thing you're seeing there to the left, or my right, your left. That'd be your left. The girl standing there holding her hands up. That's a handle for a beer can. It clips on a beer can. Barb gave that to me a week ago. But I figured she looked better there. She needs a tattoo, though. Ralph, I had a hat. Oh, okay. Joe, Gary, we got a bag from, we just got back. Oh, okay, Wally World trip? Yeah. I went to the dollar store. I cheesed out yesterday. I didn't want to fight the crowd, so I went down to our local new dollar market thing. It's like a mini grocery store. Or like the Walmart, neighborhood Walmarts, how they're smaller than a regular Walmart. Well, this one's bigger than a regular dollar store, but yet smaller than a neighborhood Walmart. And okay, last time we were also talking about China. And the government having a problem, well, the military having a problem with Ping, Gigi. Oh, Gigi, baby. Well, I don't know what happened. And we haven't got any words yet either. Things have been pretty hush-hush. But there was supposed to have been a coup that went down. So yesterday, late morning, or the day before their time, whatever, the military, they're trying to get rid of the president. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on that really good too, because I know what why the military's doing it. Because they're tired of playing softball. Military is more hardline communist than anything over in China. You want to?
Okay.
Well, go for it.
I will. I was waiting for you to get done talking.
We got a special guest, dudes.
I ain't special, but hey, what's up, guys?
Special.
What's up, Clint, Mick, Joe, Gary?
What's up, Twisted?
Sis, what's up, girl?
Just come walking up in here like
Jason, Mr. Mouse, Zoe,
Thomas, EDC Gates.
Bluminati, what's up? Henry, I missed you. What's everybody up to?
Well, there's 15 minutes of my show down the drain. Everybody's saying hi to you.
Barbie go party.
Barbie's ready. We're ready for the big snow party storm. Storm party.
We are.
Woo-hoo.
Lou's hiding at work.
Joe's either coming or going from work. Excuse me.
It's cold. It's cold out here.
It ain't bad with a sweatshirt on.
Yeah, well, I'm not in a sweatshirt.
I'm not giving Duke Power any more money than I have to.
Now it's warmer in the living room upstairs.
It's really nice in the living room. I think it's just the way they run the vents, to be honest. That vent should not have been here. It should have been over there, going this way.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why you feel warm. You're supposed to feel warm coming in. Damn.
Easy.
But you're supposed to feel warm when you come in with that heat coming down here.
Yeah, I know. I had to open it back up again. Somebody had it
Floors
closed.
are cold. They're real cold.
Well, I closed the vents off outside best I could without caulking them or anything. You know, got to have that ventilation come summer or spring or whatever.
Thomas Gates. What's up? That's Eddie.
No, because he just come in as you come in.
Boy.
Zoe's up in here.
Yeah, he just said they were calling for a lot of that lake effect snow here in Chicago.
Nothing better than lake effect snow, man. You could get an inch or you could get 3 feet.
My brother's in Erie. Don't get me wrong. That
we had lake effect snow here once. No bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It was about 10, 12, maybe 13 years ago. And I was at work for the city at the time, so we were kind of watching the snowstorm because of what was going on. But yeah, I come down here and laid a couple inches down overnight, and it literally came from Lake Superior. A band of snow came off Lake Superior all the way into western North Carolina. Just, I don't know, there was no low, no high pressure system, nothing, just that band of freaking snow.
You like left Thursday night and didn't get home till Monday morning.
Well, that was the big Christmas snow, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one time it snowed here on Christmas. It snowed Christmas Eve, midnight, to like midnight the next night. Laid down a little over a foot and a half some places. And I worked the whole 3 days, man.
Yeah.
The day before, and 4 days, and the day after. Slept in the truck.
I'm glad you got it, Gary.
Just so everybody have Christmas. What do you get?
His message on email. For
Oh,
me.
okay. I thought you guys packed. He was like, what? Just mailed it Wednesday.
Yep.
Of course, he's not far. He's only the other side of the state, but
Gary said it's snowing in Virginia. Supposed to start here
I can see it.
later on this
It's right
evening.
there. You can see the blue.
Shit,
You
I
can
can
see
feel
the
it.
blue
I'm
right
cold.
there.
It is bloody freezing in this room.
Clear day, you can see the
I
mountains.
literally feel, well, it's probably that ceiling fan, but the ceiling fans are supposed to help with circulating the air.
Did you come out here just to whine?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I remember that white Christmas. Yeah, it was awesome, man. Freaking right. Especially for being this area, and as much as we got, too. We actually had people run out their houses, though, and like cheer us on and shit as we was doing it. It was pretty cool.
Gary said West Virginia's got 2 feet of snow.
Well, it's West Virginia for it. They get that. No better place to be. What? I seen that. No better place to
But
be.
New
New York City during.
the right
Yeah.
times.
You know, and I got to actually experience that once. So it was cool. The
Yeah,
lights,
My brother went on New Year's Eve.
the stores, dude, just like the movies, man. It was cool.
Yeah, but where I lived in Jersey, we had some really, really antique-y, cute little malls, like, or really, really, like, upper-class places. Places where you really don't go. You don't even buy a hot chocolate because it's probably expensive.
Probably more than the car you
But
drove.
we've done some Christmas walks there.
You know, Christmas walks are cool.
Yeah. We used to here whenever we had a car. It's been a long time since we've done a Christmas walk up at Target. Cheap.
Yeah.
Got good deals on
Yeah, it was all lit up and decorated
chocolate.
around here. Our downtown isn't dry. You can't drive through the downtown at Hickory. It's one of them closed off downtowns. It's all like turned into a big, whatever the hell you call it, outdoor
Understand.
shopping mall.
Thomas said, I just seen Catherine O'Hara died.
Oh no. Crazy.
My
Well,
twin brother is a plow operator.
Right
Gary
behind
said.
you.
Gary said his twin brother is a plow operator.
I've plowed many of snows.
Yeah.
Twin brother.
Yeah, it's his
So how do I know I'm not talking to your twin brother?
Hey, Gary, what's your brother's name?
Yeah, how do we know you're not the other guy?
Is it Gary and Jerry, or did you guys get 2 different, like, your own names? Like, no rhyme.
Yeah,
names.
Christmas is awesome in the city, man. You get them nice little, like, where everything's just clean. That kind of snow, about 6-8 inches. And then the snow's lightly falling and the big flakes are coming down.
Chrisville, what's up?
Yeah, man. What's up, Mayor? Daytona Beach represent. And boom, just like that. He's here. Anyway, once again, we still have a big hole in Iran. Not a lot of flights going in or out. If anybody cares.
Boo said, Mr. Mayor.
You talk to him for a minute. I gotta make a new drink.
Oh, okay.
Tell him about what happened yesterday.
What part?
I don't know, make something up.
Yeah, make something up. I hope everybody's staying warm. I'm trying to. I'm cold. I'm in the house and I'm cold. We got a pretty big house.
Tomorrow we'll find out.
But yeah, we'll find out tomorrow when that snow hits. Well, actually, it's supposed to hit tonight.
Well, I'm talking about the wind and the cold.
Well, I won't be out in that wind and cold. I'll be hibernating and taking videos from the door.
We need to build an igloo.
Chrisville said, I'm ready for some cold. Yeah, I heard it got pretty chilly down there yesterday, or whatever was it? Well, 40.
Oh, this storm's supposed to dump snow in South Carolina too.
He
Shit,
lives
I
in
gotta
Florida.
keep Gary.
He lives in Florida.
Oh, I know, but it's supposed to get cold clear down into Florida.
Oh,
Hey, Dad.
really, Zoe? So there's a huge Christmas store in Frankenmuth, Michigan.
Sweet.
That'd be cool to see.
I can kind of picture that because I've been to so many. It's like Montreal, Canada. Man, I'll tell you, them in Toronto,
Oh, Florida's gonna be 25 tomorrow.
they got some pretty cool shit going on in the
25
old
tomorrow
time
in Florida.
Christmas. Yeah. Huh? What?
25 in Florida
Yeah.
tomorrow.
That's what I was saying.
My mom's gonna be freaking out. She's gonna be, oh my lord.
Your mom's gonna have a heart attack. Thud.
Twisted said their snow's finally melting.
We
Once
still
they
got half of ours.
Yeah, we still got. It's still out there. Here.
So where it hasn't melted yet, it's gonna get a little bit more.
Gary said he's plumb tired.
Well, Plum, get some sleep.
Get some sleep. I'm gonna let you guys have Rolf back, and I'm gonna go get some more stuff done around here.
He's not forcing you anybody to be here.
No, you aren't. You don't have to force me to talk to my people.
Can I borrow your people?
They're my people first, fish.
Your mama.
Your mama.
Women. Rivers and cold snow. Woo. Yeah, it'd be cool. Florida got some. Of course, I know some of the farmers and shit be a little upset. And the homeless that moved down there so they could stay warm during the winter. Bad Bob, don't be mean. I'm not being mean. You trying? Just lay your head back. Count them plums. 1, 2, 3. Listen to the softness of my voice. And you'll go right to sleep. No problem. Gary, wake up, man. All right, enough of that shit. What? Home Alone. Go away. Yeah. Women. Anybody got any secrets or tricks for winter preparedness? Want to share with the community? Robert Jones. Hey, lurk all you want, brother. Oh, there you go. Happy birthday, Dad. Copy that. No problemo, man. Do what you got to do. There's always another day. And it'll be the same bullshit story. So, yeah. Somebody trying to pick a fight with somebody. I'm just watching it. I just want this one to get going. I mean, it's been lingering long enough. Let's just get on with it. We have all the hardware we need plus sitting there. We got basically half the Navy. You know, more aircraft than you can even count. They've been shipping in arsenals and bombs and bullets for 3 months on C-5, C-17s. Everything's there. The only thing that kind of, it already happened, to be honest, but the Saudis held us up after everything got set in place and missile defense systems and everything. They're like, well, you know what, man, we're thinking about this, and no, you need to take your toys somewhere else. We're not like use our land to attack them from. So, yeah, there goes the price of oil again, right? So, anyway, we'd pick up our toys and move. So, that put a week or two into it. Sure, that was a deal. So, yeah, I'm looking at this weekend. It should be firing up. And, of course, remember what's above us and beside us. We've got subs off both coasts, subs now in Venezuela that are not ours. Yeah, everybody's ready to rock and roll if it goes down. So, and these storms, they're kind of hurting on people because you're using up resources that you may need for the upcoming events with these idiots that are bringing their toys to the table and want to play. Roger Baker. Copy that, man. Take care of yourself. Have a great day, sir. Thanks for popping in. Carry on. Big news. Jesus Christ is arriving tomorrow, and it would not surprise me one bit. Praise him. It would not surprise me one bit. Everything they taught us in school that was a myth, a theory, or just a whatever, like Nostradamus, for instance. They started coming out with documentaries about him in the late 70s. And if you were lucky enough to have cable TV or lived in a big city, you could see such programming. So, yeah. The guy ain't far off, let's put it that way. If it doesn't even happen, he wasn't far off. And neither is the Native American prophecy. They're all pretty much in line with what's happening today. Now, is it by habit of reading text and thinking? Is it coincidental? Is it spiritual? Is it bought and paid for by your local billionaire? I don't know. But it's happening. I can tell you that. This is the most tension I've seen in the world since I've been breathing air. And it's only been 61 years, but the craziest shit has happened in the last 10 years of my life, to be totally honest. Your son's friend deployed last week. Yeah, there's a lot of deployments going on right now. And I've been trying to hit around the younger people. Please train. Throw a backpack on, school backpacks, look tactical, what I'm saying? Small hiking backpack. Throw it on every once in a while. Go to the store, put your shit in the backpack, hike it home. Get yourself used to moving them legs a little bit with some weight on it. Because whether you have to, say for instance, you have to bug out or you get drafted in today's military, you're going to want to be sort of healthy. You're not going to want to go into it just totally freaking blind. I did it. I knew I was joining from the time I was 4 years old. I was raised as a Marine. I had no choice. Yes, definitely, Roger Baker, if you're still listening. Definitely tell your father happy birthday from all of us. And many more. Mel Gibson's playing Christ again. Yeah, no shit, huh? I don't think I ever seen that one. The controversial one, anyway. Isn't that the one with William Dafoe? Because I watched part of that one, if it's the one with William Dafoe you're speaking of. Now talk about an actor. That dude. I say no more. Hopefully it doesn't come Sunday because that's when my Medicare kicks in. Oh shit. He told me where, but well, it doesn't matter where. And that's another thing too. I won't ever say on this channel, whatever the hell you want to call this debauchery, I won't really ever say where something's happening because I'll get a lot of video in, it's live and shit, and I don't want them to know because they're monitoring what we're monitoring, And it does. Dudes, the day, whatever you want to call it, Russia invaded Ukraine. There was a bunch of us already on the one site live. And all of a sudden, we switched to one set of cameras, and here they come. And like, we're like, what? We're witnessing the actual crossing into Ukraine? Do they know they're coming? We're like, what the hell? So a dude running the channel, he starts calling people over there and shit that he's made contact with by running that channel. And no, they weren't aware. So yeah, we literally, the community, the group, and the guy's channel alerted Ukraine that these motherfuckers were coming. It was a really cool night, man. I mean, they knew they were coming somewhere, but they just didn't know on what road, blah, 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 which we did because all the service cameras were still up. And it took the Russians like shit, 8-10 hours we were watching this shit straight of columns and columns and columns. And finally one of them climbed the telephone pole and shut us down. And that's when they all started going dead after that. It wasn't about a couple hours after that. We lost all live cameras. They would have had a desperate draft me. Well, it's only going to be 18-year-old to 18 to 25, I think it is. If I remember correctly. Now it can go way higher, and there's going to be a bunch of old heads volunteer to run ranges and help. It's not just drill sergeants they need when they're training. They got range officers for every range, whether it be grenade range, rifle range, machine gun range, tactical vehicle range. There's always got to be a guy in a tower running things. So you got them kind of jobs, which I could even do. That wouldn't be an issue with me. Shit like that, anything I could do to help. But yeah, I do press on young people today, men and women. Okay, and the other ones to train now, because you might not have a choice, and you don't want to get in there all rough and rusty. I mean, I ran like 3 months before I went in, like once a day, just a nice little trot. You didn't have to you're not jogging for a marathon and shit like that. You're just jotting. Trust me, an army run is nothing like you're thinking. It's a slow little jot. And, but you have to go long distances. That's the thing. Stamina. But yeah, anyway, I'd run like maybe an hour a day. Nothing major. Yeah, I did too for a long time, Mick, up until probably late 90s. And then got this one truck driving job that was kind of like really weird because I had to go like all over the place with big stuff that didn't fit on trailers and oversized and heavy shit. And yeah, I kind of lost the ability. And then got chunky for a long time. Went from 225, wrestler looking, nothing like Hulk Hogan or anything, but just your average wrestler looking guy to freaking nothing overnight. But anyway, that's a different story. I think the Chinese did it. They programmed my earphones to make me skinny. I really think so. Yeah, that's the word right now. Everything that's ever been made by China, when we go to war with them, they put a program in each one of them to delete said product on command. So like your phones, everything, radios, night vision, cigarettes probably. Yeah, they just quit working. I miss that so much. Yeah, no, dude. I do too, really. That's why the backpacking for me, the rucking is what's working for me. At least I'm out there trying. At least once a day, I throw that backpack on and I'll go to the store and back. Or twice. Sometimes I'll go to the bigger stores, which is 3 times as far. And sometimes I'll ride the bike. I don't do hills. I got to get off and push the bike up the hills. But even with a 20,000 speed, whatever that mountain bike is, it just now my legs won't go fast enough to keep. No, I'm pushing. But it ain't. They're not bad. They're just little roly-poly type hills, real steep, short. I'm like, no, I ain't gonna stress myself out over that shit. I'll be pushing, and I got a mount on my handlebars right there, the phone, where I can be watching live tubes and shit, or whatever's on the news, whatever, or just rock out. Full blown speaker system by Marshall, 400 watts. Just fucking with it. Yeah, I miss doing shit. I used to have a couple buddies, man. Used to be in the military too. We'd hook up every now and then and do some shit in the woods all night, a couple nights in a row. Like literally train, like not in the trenches train, like literally like. Basically, we only had our like shorts on and our sneakers, and we put logs on our shoulders and like run through the trails and shit, and just do weird shit like that. He doesn't like to run either, Jason. I'm only running now if the police are behind me. Other than that, I quit running a long time ago. I'm too old to run. That's another thing, young people. Old people are too old to run. So before young people get stupid with old people, we've been there a lot. Be vigilant of old people. They're not your friend. Yeah, it's funny. We all said it back when we were kids. Yeah, I grow up, I'm not going to be like my dad. Bullshit. I'm worse. No, not really. No, I don't think I could ever be that worse. I better not say that. But yeah. Neil. What's up, Neil? Hello. Neil's here. Yeah. Just can't hear. All right. Get in the chair if you want to. Go on. Get up there. Silly dog. You're a silly dog. Neil McKenzie in the house. Pull up a chair. What time is it anyway? We've only been on less than an hour. Yeah, we're good. We good, man. Guess I'm putting a dog out though. Come on, dog. Come on, Bobby. Look, there's people out here, Jack. Look. Get your ass out of here. Stupid. Be quiet, no barking. Okay. Quick recap for those of you that weren't here earlier. Basically, we're just talking about the Middle East, and there goes my screen again. We sent B-52 bombers down 48 hours ago. They started their run. So they're in the Middle East now. What happened? What are you doing? Did you die? No way. Ruh-roh. No, I don't want. What are you doing? I hate electronics. Or maybe they just don't like me. I don't know. No, I got power. Huh. Tablets are finicky. I don't know. Sit. So yeah, if you hear that clicking noise in the background, that's my ice machine working. One of them countertop ice machines. And it works really good. It only takes like, let's see, 8 cups of water, and you get like 2 big bags of ice, like you'd buy at a gas station. It's pretty cool. So we're building up our ice right now in case we lose power. Fucking $4.50 a bag of ice at the gas stations and shit. That's bull. Anyway, back to Iran. For those of you who weren't here, probably tonight sometime we may be attacking. Everything's in place, so it could be any time. And Russia and China decided to send ships to the same place, saying they're just there doing war games. You all know how that is. So if the Russians and Chinese fleets decide to intervene, it's not going to be good for any of us. But everybody's in the place. Everybody's on the chessboard. Who will it be to make the first move? That's the question. Could this be it? You know, you think about it. Everybody's broke. All the countries are broke. They're in debt. Markets are out of control. You can't guesstimate on one thing to the next with the markets. Big investors know that. They're tired. They're trying to save their money. Shit's going crazy everywhere. And everybody's getting tired. And when people get tired, they do stupid shit. We shall see. At least what the next 48 hours bring us. Because we've noticed a trend that most things happen on a weekend. So, and as you can see in front of you by the flight tracker, there ain't but 4 or 5 planes right now, 6. Okay, maybe 7 planes right now flying in Iran. Everybody else is diverted. And we brought B-52s in. So they're sitting down there in, what's the name of that base? Diego. Yeah. Something Diego. Anyway. And plus all these battles, the aircraft carriers and everything we got, and the subs. But Iran has a lot of missiles, man. You got to understand that aspect of it. Picture it as we're footballs. Okay, how many footballs they use in a football game compared to how many baseballs they use in a baseball game? That's kind of the comparisons of Iran's missile capability. But the thing is with their missiles is a lot of them are just, that's what they are. They're ground to ground or ground to air, and they're old. They can blow up a car, take down a plane, stuff like that. If the plane can't get away from them because of their guidance systems and all that shit. Look what happened in Venezuela, So I'm not seeing air defense shit being anything at all. They just have a shitload of missiles. And that's what Israel was preparing for. They had to put up more batteries of their air or ground air missiles to take the missiles out that are coming because there's that many missiles. More like rain instead of just a barrage. You're a pain in my ass. You know that. So yeah, that in a nutshell is what's about to go down. And then our snowstorm. We'll circle back around to the lighter end of the news. They say about 10 o'clock at night here, might see a flake, but we're not really going to see anything until about noon tomorrow as far as accumulations. South Carolina is going to get hammered, most of the state. Winds and cold air is the big issue this time. Not really the snow. We're in the like 4 to 8 inch plus, they say, but I'm thinking more like probably 6 by the time it's said and done. And there's going to be a lot of blowing snow because it's that real fine, powdery snow you like to see on the snow slopes. Everything has to happen on the weekend. Stuff. Yeah, that could be, that's another thing we haven't talked too much about, but good old martial law. And a lot of things, I'm not going to get into local politics. I hate it. But I will state this. The shit that's going on in Michigan, or not Michigan, Minnesota, whatever. Some shit was handled wrong. That's all I got to say about that. First of all, the local cops should have not been told to stand down, because up until that guy got shot, local cops were told to shut the hell up and just do whatever. But now they're allowed to do whatever they want, and they're rushing and arresting people that are being stupid. That should have happened a long time ago. And it should have been done more discreetly on the federal government's end as well. Should have been just, what are they doing downtown anyway? They're not the riot control cops. They're supposed to be getting people out of here. So don't be forming all up and agitating the agitators, in kind of a way to speak. Like I said, I'm for either one of them sons of bitches. I vote for kings. Fuck it. It's that way you don't like the king, you just overthrow his ass. But anyway, politics. Romans. Leave it to the fucking Romans. $2.14 in the desert. What are we doing in the desert? I used to live in a desert called the High Sierras, or Saugus, or Newhall, because I lived in both of them, which is now Santa Crustation or some shit. Santa Clarita. Ridgemont High, yeah! The fucking movies that came out back in the 80s were crazy. Rock and roll high school. Rock and roll high school. Ramones, baby. Yeah. Good news today. Not, yeah. Yep. Yeah, he got bitch smacked today. They gave him a paddle. He got his spanking. But with that said, I've kind of kept track on this. I don't like the charges that they're using to arrest said suspect. I was hoping for something a lot worse. But this old school law they're going back to and trying to hold, I don't know. You get the first even somewhat liberal judge, you're going to throw that shit out. I mean, they ain't even used that law in 50 years or whatever the hell it is. It's kind of like, couldn't you done better than that? It's kind of an embarrassment you even had to use that to arrest him when he actually did violate the Constitution. You have the right to peaceful and untampered with prayer, no matter what your religion. There's no man, when are these people going to stop interpreting that thing? There's no interpretation. It says what it says. It is. It's law. You live by it. You eat by it. You go to work by it. Damn, man. Well, no, it could mean this. No, it can't. It means you can't be fucked with while you're trying to pray to somebody. End of story. Interpretation. Oh, golly be. Gabba gabba, hell yeah, Neil. All the way. Because I don't care about history. Rock, roll high school. Hell yeah, man, them were the days. Hockey pucks. I hear movement. What you doing now? More salsa. Barb ever comes to your house, have plenty of salsa.
Kimchi.
And kimchi. She likes the kimchi. Oh yeah, and Rocket Man's doing his shit again. Y'all hear about that?
Mild.
Yeah. And he ain't using guided missiles either. These are just, pack the shit with powder and light the fuse. See where it lands. Nah, I mean, it'll land basically where they kind of want it. So if they like aim at LA, it might hit Fresno. You know. But yeah. And what they don't like about this is you can't track them because there's no electronics. So that's a bit of news. Just a bit. Think about it. You know, it's kind of like a stealth missile, really, because they went back to old time technology to outsmart current events. Good thinking on their part. Fat man. I'd like to hang out with him one time. I would. I really would. And then just, you know, maybe I don't know something he knows. There's the bells. That's what's really cool about living next to a church. You get them bells, and at 6 o'clock, they really do their little couple song thing. And Christmas time, they have the Christmas hymns and all that stuff. It really brings the warmth and feeling of community. It really does. And a lot of us have been here forever. I mean, my one neighbor is up here. They've been here 40 years. And then my other neighbor across the road, she's been here 20 some years, but in and off because the other side of the family owned it. And then they died. And then the other side of the family picked up the house, but I know both sides. Then there's that one over there, and there's kind of an in and out thing now. The ones that were just there, they were there for like 12 years. We do them really well. Good people. And, but they had to move because the house was getting sold. So off they went. And then there's the lady across the street here. She's been here 30 years. We've been here 19. And then my neighbors next over here, they've been here like 6 years. Something like that. And then the ones right behind me in the woods, it's been a family home. So whenever anybody passes, somebody new moves into it from the family. And it's like the third generation of people just moved in recently. So what are you agreeing to now, Chrisville? Oh, what I'm agreeing to now. Don't ever agree to me. Might regret it in the morning. Yeah, I try to bring you guys 100% factual material. Is it boring? Probably. Is it factual? Yes. Is it fun? Depends on your aspect. Some people are born adventurers that need some kind of dramatic entertainment in their life. I'm kind of one of them people. There's the people that go to NASCAR to see the race. There's people who go to NASCAR to see the wrecks. Which one are you? That's the question. Which one are you? Because I know why I went to one race. That's all I wanted to do. My father and I watched NASCAR since they first started putting it on Wild World of Sports back in the early 70s. And you only got half of the race because they kept jumping back and forth from gymnastics and swimming and some dude in Africa chasing wild gazelles or some shit. So you only got, there was 3 programs on the same show for like 4 hours. We used to go to Second, and we would hang out in a certain spot. Most people were crashed. It was entertaining. Yeah. That reminds me of one. Hey, you notice you come in. What's up, Dane? Hell, man. Sitting here watching your shit, and I didn't realize who the hell it was. What's up, Dane? Good to see you, man. Yeah, in the winter, there's this one place in Warren we used to go to all the time because it was actually a party spot. But when you come down this little hill, it was a T at the bottom. And yeah, 1 out of 5 didn't make it. Just right off the edge of the road, down the woods, because they didn't know the road. That was crazy. Hell yeah, how you been, man? I got something going on out here. Hold on. What's all the noise out here? Not you. What are you even doing here? Dogs. Hey, Jack, say hi. Jack. Come here, Jack. Come here. Frisky. Somebody out there, bro. Oh, Laguna Seca. Man, what am I thinking? I know that place. Hell yeah. I'm 2 miles away from Daytona Speedway. I went to a couple times. And the crowd is too thick. Yeah, I'm not one for a lot of people. I never have been. I hate malls for that reason. I'll go once in a great while. Like if it's a winter thing, we got like some really good winter shit going on before Christmas and the malls are all decorated, got that family feeling going on and shit. Yeah, I'll go once. That's it, once. But other than that, no. I don't go to malls. And which pisses me off because I do like concerts. I really don't have a problem with a concert, though. As strange as that may sound, I mean, I don't know. I guess music takes care of all my issues. Because, man, I'll tell you what, my PSTD shit sucks around a lot of people. First of all, I can't enjoy anything because I'm always waiting for somebody to do something. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. It's just been drilled in my head since I was 4 years old. I knew how to take a knife away from somebody at 5. And yes, I can demonstrate that one day if you need me to be. But, yeah. Building stress, yeah. Well, this is where I find it helps me to talk about it. So therefore, the channel. Because there's people out here that feel the same way I do and know what's going on the same way I do. Anything I'm telling you guys is all information. It just takes the time to look it up and make connections. Yeah, I've been doing this shit so long online since 2014 that I made connections and stuff. And plus, then I started hitting some of my old buddies that are still military or have connections in the military. And, you put a little intel community together on your side and you just use it as you need to. And, they use me. It's kind of one of them things, If they want to know what's going on over here, I can find out or whatever. By the way, I'm going to take you guys on a journey one day. I'm going to give you a heads up. I might have said something about this before, but I'm going to go a little bit more in depth to it. There's a building down the road from me. It's an industrial complex. And it just kind of like popped up overnight. And for a long time, I was like, it's only been there maybe 10 years now. But as I drove by it all the time, I'd be like, what is that? It's not a factory. And this is a factory, this is for building products. But what is this? It's not an office building. It's not a clinic because on the outside of it has black fencing with the little warning shield. Looks like a security shield, about, 12 inches high by 14 wide. This is electric fence 240. And you look around and you've seen these big cables all through the fence. And then you look at the building itself, the windows, the only windows in the building except for up front where everybody parks, which is about maybe 20 Yeah, 10 if you pull front and 10 in the rear. So maybe 20 cars. And then they got slotted windows at the very top of the building, like a jail or a prison. But it's not that. So I went to satellite. I want to see what's on top. I want to see what's surrounding. I want to see what's out back. Well, I could see kind of what's out back, but they had a big white square over top of something. And then when I looked at the roof of the building, it's all whited out. Interesting. So a couple years later, I got this one program that's real-time satellite. I paid for it. And I said, oh, yeah, I want to go check that out. Well, guess what's on top of that building? A whole shitload of ventilators. Rows and rows of air transfer machines, that clean air. Yeah. And then that little white patch out back was where all them hoses came down the side of the back of the building under the little U-shaped driveway they have back there. So a truck can get in there and unload gases like your argons and all that. And then they have 4 big units out back that are hooked to all that piping that goes to the roof. So you all know what that's about. We're going to take a damn walk down there one day. And I'm going to film this shit. I'm going to show you. And guess what it says on the satellite, what the address is under? Bed, Bath, and Beyond. If I remember correctly, they's out of business. Or somewhat. Busy and stressing over the world news. Well, don't stress. Let it work for you. 2 miles from Daytona. Want to go up and down. Busy and stressing over the world. Don't do that, Dean. No reason to stress about it, man. Look at it as living history. 100 years from now, some youngins in some school or some computer or some distant planet from now, we'll be reading about what happened today. And we're there. We got to see it. I was hammered one time and wrecked the shit out of my mountain bike in the middle of an 8-lane road. Dude, you didn't get squished? Like several hundred times? Wow. In the middle of an 8-lane road. Luckiest man alive. Sounds like marijuana farm. Was I talking about that again? Anyway, as you can see in front of you are several devices. These are your basic survival gear that I would say everybody should at least have. Now, except for the bottom knife, the bigger knife, the fixed blade knife, we are looking at a little under $100. Under $100 for the night vision, the banana knife, and the radio. Radio was like 23. Binocular with a night vision was 24 something with tax. And then the nanner thing, I think, is like $40-50. So, right around $100. You've got personal security with the night vision. Now, these are not by far any way tactical. I would suggest you smash them if you get in a tactical situation, because whoever's coming after you has better shit than you do. And as soon as you light that thing up, it's going to be like a Death Star. It'll just make you look like you're on Hollywood. Yeah, this is for home protection, home use only. Or if you need to see if gangs of thugs from the next city over are coming down to steal your food. Shit like that. So, then the radio, same deal. Buy a couple of cheap radios. I've had that one 3 years now. Still kicking, no problem. Charges right up, keeps it charged for a long time. You can't go wrong for the price. And this is the one that's even upgraded a little with the little, rubber cushionings in it, and charge it right from the side with a Type C. It's just got a little padding and stuff built into it, more tactical than just a straight bow fang. The only difference is about $5. So, Sounds like marijuana at the 500. Traffic. Man, tell me about traffic. Shit. It took 4 hours to get 5 miles to the track. So everybody could go to their camp spots and everything. We had a pretty wild camp spot when we went. We went to the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte. And we took our barbecue and shit. We barbecued for 3 days. And then these big pack of college fuckers were up above us. And they had like circus tents.
Naked guys.
Huge tents. Yeah. The women loved it, the show. There's naked college boys everywhere. And they actually had a three pole tent with a DJ system and shit set up inside of it, and partied all night long and shit.
Yeah, nobody's.
Monday morning was the funniest though, because that race is on a Saturday night, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Sunday morning. Sunday morning we wake up, and these guys have this huge slingshot where one guy has one part of the rubber band, the other guy has the other part of the rubber band, and they got stacks, like a pallet full of them water bottles, 20-ounce water bottles. And in the middle of this campground is a big pool of mud by this point because of the late night thunderstorms and shit. And these guys had run through that pool of mud and shit. It was probably 30, 40 yards across by 30, 40 yards across. And these guys with this big ass slingshot would try to sling them water balls and hit the guy running. And they nailed a few. I mean, literally picked him up. Yeah, the naked guy. He got nailed right in the nuts, man. Flipped him up in the air. He jumped in the air to start with, and that's what sealed the deal. When he jumped in the air, he was hit because that thing came right up at the right time and nailed him and spun him in the air, face down in the mud. Oh, man, I wish we had cameras back then. I'd have some crazy content. Speaking of content, I'm going to take the night vision out tonight. I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to make a video. I'll show you guys what this $20 thing does. I'm impressed. I really am. And it takes a lot to impress me, trust me. I mean, if it would have showed up and been all like blurry and shit, that's what I was expecting. I really was. Or if you like moved your hand a little bit, the screen would shake, or some bullshit. But now it actually works, and for hundreds of yards. I was like, no way. It just goes to show you the technology we have today that really isn't worth anything. That we still think, there's companies out there right now selling you the same shit, but in a tactical package. Yeah, they spent some more on the outside. Now it looks like real. The Army used it, the SEALs and everything. Yeah, they have these in their back pocket when they go to dinner. Next thing you know, you're paying $350 for something that costs $20 fucking dollars. Crazy. You have a lot of radios. Well, that's a good thing to know. Maybe someday we'll exchange frequencies. Rolf. South Carolina night monkey, you gonna get some snow? You gonna get some snow, brother? We gonna get some snow. South Carolina's supposed to get some snow. How you doing, man? Been a while. Everything's good, I hope. Well, fine. If none of you want to talk to me, I'll just go make another drink. Jeez. Oh, ice machine's full. Poopy Guts. Yeah, Mr. Poopy Head. That was funny. If y'all get a chance, watch Lefty's video he put up about 4 or 5 days ago. Him and his daughter put together one of them kit knives. I think it's a gin, but somebody sent it to him. And he made a video of him and his daughter putting this night together. She called him every name in the book, man. It was funny as hell. And towards the end, she goes, "You ain't nothing but a poopy head." I wrote a comment in the video after I watched it and said, "Oh, I can't wait till Thursday, Mr. Poopy Head." And then yet last night I was watching his live, and I commented on it a few times. That old punk bitch wouldn't even read it. Little shit. Lefty's temperamental sometimes. You meet him at Blade Show, he just looks like death. He looks so tired when me and Barb ran into him, behind his booth. We bought a shirt from him. It was supposed to be a double extra large, but apparently it was mistagged because it's a tent. It's floating around here somewhere. We're supposed to give it away. What the hell happened to it? Remind me about that shirt. Oh, no, sorry. Back up. We gave it away. I do remember now. We gave it to Brian and them. We went over for that barbecue. It just hit me. So, no, sorry, no Devo shirt. Yeah, I only had one left. It was a Saturday. Early Saturday. They had one t-shirt. 70 in the desert. Yeah, be 70 here tomorrow. Below zero. Bastards. Tyler Hatley. Who the hell are you? Not on this. Somebody popped in on my notifications. Guys, I got a question. It's been kind of dogging on me, man. Our knives starting to all look the same. I mean, really? Just somebody else, except for Brian's. That's definitely unique and out of the ballpark. But knives, it's like the company's just passing designs to the next company kind of thing, and then they add different colors. Is it just me? I don't know. It's not that I'm getting bored with it or anything. It's just I want to see something fresh. I want to see something new, man. Come on. It's a piece of steel with a fucking handle on it. How many more different ways can you make the same thing? I don't know. It bothers me. It does. I want to see something different. And what do you want? Really? All right. 1 second, please. Please hold on. Oh, Bubby. Come on. Now, I'm kind of like doing something. Kind of. Oh, this is where we're going to play. All right. It's good. Come on. Put them up. What are you doing, Peaches? Huh? What are you doing, old girl? I guess you just wanted to say hi. All right, Darth Vader. Kurt White, what's going on, brother? What is going on? Yeah, my one and only mod finally shows up. Yeah, I got a couple more in here somewhere, don't I? Really? Okay, Twisted Sister and Jason. Yeah, all right. I'll make more when I can figure out how to do it. Usually Barbie does it for me. It's a button somewhere here. But anyway, that's what's going on, guys. Oh, I see we lost our radar again. Time we looking at? 5:22. Yeah, we'll bail on this at 5:30. Hell yeah. Ain't no sense of going 2 hours. I ain't worried about hours. I'm not worried about anything. This is just for whoever wants to know. And then we talk about it and drink and, talk about it. And if you don't hear from me after today, it's because we're buried under 3 feet of snow and somebody lied. So, yeah, that's what happened. Will you stop? You're just doing that on purpose. Yeah, I know, because every time I start eating, you really start doing it. And you look at me with them sad eyes and go, "But Daddy, I've only had 30 pounds of food today. Can we try for 40? Shut up. Relax. You too, Mayor. Take care. Take care of Florida for us so don't like get frozen over and melt and then slide into the ocean. Some weird shit like that. Volcano erupts in the middle of Florida for no reason. Just think 100 years from now, somebody's going to look at us or hear it in school or something. What we did. We all know what's wrong with this place. Every one of us does. And for those that don't, oops, sorry, you missed that one. But yeah, there's some serious shit needs to be changed. Like, how can you enter Congress at $180,000 a year and 1 year later be worth tens of millions of dollars? It's totally fucking impossible. But it happens every day. And then when somebody says something about it, oh, here's $2,000 stimulus check, shut the fuck up and go lay down. True-blooded Americans. I don't care what side you're on, middle, left, right, upper, lower. But real true-blooded Americans. Miss the old days. We long for the old days. What's happening today, and this isn't just your dad speaking or your grandfather. I'm not even getting into that morals part of it. I'm just saying straight the fuck up, man. There's something wrong with today. It's crazy. In the 80s, 70s, and 80s, if a senator was making all this kind of money, he'd have an investigation on him, be on the news by 6, and they'd tell you the truth, and he'd be in jail the next day. Now it's, well, we don't know. What do you mean you don't fucking know? Yeah, Epstein list bullshit. And they let out 1 million documents today with video and pictures of everybody who's ever messed with Epstein. And by the way, the computer dude, he's in deep shit. Yeah, the glasses, computer guy, invented this shit. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, you used it right to your advantage, didn't you, bro? It's all, you can't miss it. It's all over YouTube. Mr. Gates is in some real serious deep shit. Yeah. In his own handwriting, even. Him and Diddy gonna have some fun. Brand new American. All the way from America. How you doing, brother? If you've been listening, all good. If you're just now coming in, all good. Good to see you too, man. Just a slight recap. We were talking about Iran and how Russia and China decided to send ships over there under a flag of war games, but we all know how war games go with Russia. So we'll see what happens. Iran's been calling for backup. That's their only two allies. China's kind of hurt right now because we took Venezuela oil away from them, and Iran's their next biggest supplier. So, yeah, China loses a lot by what's about to happen. We'll see. World War II started over the same shit. Blockades, oil, and energy. And a bunch of sneaky shit in the back room. And one guy that wore a dress. Can't remember his name. But, yeah. Just got home. Yeah, I know. It's that timing. But I figured I'd pick this kind of area, between 3 and 5-ish, somewhere around here to pop in. I'm going to try to do it at 4 o'clock now instead of 3. If anybody has an issue, please say now. If you like 3 better. Okay, let's put it this way. For those of you who are here, who likes 3 better, who likes 4 better? Either way, it don't matter with me. I'm just trying to stay out of everybody's way. Because there's a couple guys coming on now earlier in the day, like around 2, and hanging out to like 4. So that's why I kind of moved it to 4. Cliff, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend from the Great White Alaska, called the 51st state. Or, I lied, 48th. Anyway, I corrected myself. Cliff brought everybody. Four's better? Okay, yeah. Well, that's one reason why I did it. Because I know you were in your sleeping mode. Well, I was going to scoot at 5:30, but if y'all want to hang, we'll hang. I mean, that's sure I can talk some other shit. I don't get to talk much, and cooped up in this house with this crazy chick named Barbie, man. And dude, it's kind of lush. Been a long week, yeah. Yeah, it has been for me, especially because we had storm hitting Sunday and all that, and then had to clean up around here after that shit. Now I got to get ready for another one, which I spent all day doing and yesterday. But we're supposed to get real cold, so I had to go out and do extra shit, make sure all the vents under the house were plugged, and make sure all the spigots were wrapped real good. I didn't put heater. I should do that. I got them back. It's a heating pad, but you use a little battery pack, like you plug into your phone to charge your phone, and you can take it anywhere. I should put them around the pipe on the outside, if need be. They're talking, 15 degrees below zero here with the wind chill. These houses weren't built for that, not in the South. So yeah. Whoop, whoop. And battery's still full.
Frequency mode.
Frequency mode. Hey, look at my thumbprints. This thing's a pain in my ass. I know. I'm going to have to get the laptop out once the storm goes by. I'm going to switch over to studio mode. Get the laptop out so I can run a couple cameras at once. So we ain't got to look at stupid shit like this, which is so amateurish. Because I know what I'm doing. I just have to link it all together. I have all the parts. It's just finding a space to do it in. It's not going to be occupied by the same space the next day or two by something else. Because of all our children and grandchildren think that Nana and Papa have a big house, and it's a storage unit. One of these days I might have an auction on their storage shit. Every fucking spare inch of this house is accumulated by grandchildren stuff and their parents' stuff. Except for where I live. And it's getting a bit annoying. I have a bedroom I want to turn into a studio. End of story. And it will happen. Soon. Jesse! What's going on, brother? Let's see where he came in at, though. What the hell? I don't see no Jesse. Somebody. Oh, wait. Now I had that on all messages, damn it. Piece poop. So he is here somewhere. Okay, I believe you. I love sweatshirts. Pullovers. I don't like the zipper ones. Because a lot of times I won't wear a t-shirt under my sweatshirt because I'm kind of a warm guy. And so too much clothes bother me. But the zipper ones, my belly hair gets caught in them. I know, bad visual. Sorry. Apologies. Yeah, that happened a few minutes ago there, brand new American. Dude. Hey, check out them new patches, man. Barbie got a surprise pack from Crispy Donut Dudes. We've talked to them. They're local boys. Well, the one is. And we, kind of, well, I got hooked up with them when they're live one day 2 years ago. But back when they were Crispy Donut Community. But she hit them up about, sending some swag over for her 1,500 giveaway, which she's only 40 away from now, guys. 40 bored people is all she needs for 1,500. And anyway, she hit them up for some swag, stickers and shit, blah, 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 which is a common thing we all do. They sent a whole shitload of shit like this. Dragon crispy donut shit, the squirrel or beaver. It's got to be a squirrel because it has a thing on the end of his tail. Anyway, the ACDC thing, I kind of snagged these 3. But we're talking like 5 pounds of shit. Armbands, cards, stacks of this card. Anything left over from Crispy Donut Community. I think they threw in the freaking bag. I really do, bros. But yeah, we got some giveaway shit for a long time, man. So if you get a lot of Krispy Kreme shit in your set lately from us, well, that's why. Yeah, they hooked us right up. Yeah, they're all hooking loop shit. That ACDC one cracked me up. That was pretty cool. And the beaver squirrel dude. Squirrel beaver. Angry beaver. Nah, it's a squirrel. It's got a thing on the end of his tail. It's not a flat tail with crosses on it. Because if you ever seen an animated beaver, they got a flat tail with crosses. That's a squirrel. Blue-eyed squirrel. With a crispy donut. And sprinkles. It's got sprinkles. Pink and blue. Yeah, not my favorite colors, though. But that dragon's kicked ass. Hell yeah. I was born the year of the dragon. Trained by Bruce Lee from 1971 to 82. It took me how long to watch all the movies. That squirrel's maddest factions. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, that's what it says in the back, don't it? Oh, dudes. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, maddest faction squirrel. 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 Cool. Yeah, there's some definitely treasures they sent us. Something you can't find no more. And you guys are gonna end up with them. What do you think about that? Yeah, I didn't even notice that. Barbie didn't either. She'll be freaking out. She likes Maddie. I like Maddie too. I ain't got no problem with Maddie. Maddie, good dude. Oh, that was cool. So you transmitted your code. So what? Now what? People. There's a little rule in radio thing. You have to, while you're on the air, you have to transmit your code every 15 minutes or every hour if you're on standby or some shit like that. And that's why you hear that. People set it up automatically. and it just transmitted with a bunch of beeps, which by law is legal, so whatever. Yeah, he does. But I do too, though. Not as bad, Kenman, but I'll squirrel once in a while. Especially if I start talking about something I forgot in the middle of talking about it. And if you haven't experienced that yet, just wait. It's fun. Yeah, it kind of sucks when you're like, well, anyway, what was I trying to tell these fucking people? Fuck, let's just go a different direction. You know, you got to forgive yourself, man. It is what it is. Morse code. Can you decode it, Rolf? Well, yeah, if I wrote it down, yeah, that ain't a problem. Like I said, though, I know what it is, so it really ain't no sense to decode it. It's just the guy's call signs. It's probably like Golf Romeo 1734 Zulu 7, some bullshit like that. It's always a couple alphabetical numbers with, letters. But yeah, I mean, Morse code's pretty simple. That's some basic shit. So what I'm trying to say, a lot of the older technology is what's thriving right now, especially CB radio. A lot of truck drivers went to GMRS. Better range, better sound, better radio all around. And, it worked for them. Plus, you can, sidestep, so it's only your channel. You ain't got to worry about everybody stomping on you. But everybody forgot about CB. And now everybody's buying up this new CB technology because nobody's really going to be tracking CB. The whole thing about being tactical is to make sure nobody else knows where the fuck you are. Being on the radio, blabbing away ain't helping. So you got to use the simplest thing to get a message from point A to point B. And if you use a runner, which is probably the only way it should be done anyway in a hot situation, but, say you got family 50 miles away, a runner's not an option. So you got, technologies, if we get into a full-blown World War, whatever, there's not going to be cell phones. There's not. They're going to take that shit right the fuck out, and probably your radios too, if you don't have a Faraday can. The problem is nobody's ever actually exploded a big EMP in the atmosphere to see what the range is or anything or how much damage it'll do. It's all right now scientific speculation. They can create it in the lab is all they know. They've never actually exploded, well, we haven't, and reported on it anyway, an EMP. But the rumor is, and all intel points to, if a large enough EMP is exploded over the mid-United States, it will knock out the whole United States. Whatever vehicle, radio equipment, cell phone, everything. So have a Faraday can around, bag, whatever. Have one cell phone for backup, one radio for backup for each person. Yes, we're talking a little expensive, I know. But you can get a radio in a Faraday cage bag, just a bag for the radio itself, like $10. I mean, we're not talking that much. So for $35 shipping and everything, you can get the both. Living the dream. I refuse to give up. I'm living it every day. I don't care what they say. I'm going to be the same person I was in 1975 and on up. 75 is 11 years old. I give it that. From there on up was my decision making. And this is what I chose. And the reason I say that, I was given a question. at 11 years old that changed my whole life. And I will never forget it because it dwells on me to this day. What if I would have picked door B? What my life would be like. Odd situation. Let me put it to you in a scenario. You're in a family, okay? 100%. You got brothers, sisters, mom and dad's tight, grandma and grandpa on both sides are tight. You are in the American family unit, okay? Things kind of fall apart job-wise. So the father of the family decides to pick up, move 2,000 miles away, get the new job, establish a new place of residency, and then fly out later and join him, which is what happened. But before that flight took place, I was given an option. Fly 2,000 some miles to a place I've never been before. Well, been to and remembered anyway. I guess I was there one time when I was real young, but lost memories. Or stay in California. I was the oldest in the family. The question was put to me. Whatever I spoke next was going to determine the rest of my life. I picked door A. Not without thinking about it. With a lot of emotion and heartfelt thought. I said, no, my old man's cool. Or I was just afraid he would hunt us down and kill us. In a weird way. He was a Marine. But anyway, I picked A. Now, you have no idea what B was. And neither did I at that very point in time. But door B was a very, very interesting doorway. The man that we would have ended up being our stepfather was vice president of American Airlines in LA. Needless to say, I would have went from the lowlands to the highlands overnight. I didn't know that at the time. Would that have cleared my judgment at the time? Would have, and fucking A Tweety it would have. See how much information influences people? That's what I'm trying to get at. The need to know. If you only know half the story, decision making is impossible. The whole story, it could change your life. So yeah, information is crucial, which is what I'm trying to bring to y'all. And yes, that really did happen. I think about it often. What my life would have been if I just took door B. I can speak of it now. Everybody's dead. I'm the last oldest one. I'm the oldest one left in the family. So. Yeah, it's weird. You get that one shot in life. And it's either that fork in the road, or door A, or door B, or 1 and 2, depending on your nomenclature. You get one shot. And whatever you decide is how you got to live the rest of your life. Totally agree, brand new American. I totally agree. And who would I have been? I'd have been a totally different person than what I am now. Even if I had never had to care for anything after that point, that would have just made me a messed up person. I really do. Because I've met a lot of people with money. And they're always messed up. There's like 1 out of 50 that's cool. You know, that actually treat you like a human being. But most of them are just like, I'll pay you to go away. You know. And yeah, exactly, brand new American. I hope that's my whole problem right now is with the kids, my grandkids. I got 16 of them between me and her, and I want it at least halfway decent the way I had it. There's always going to be them decades that are going to rock with any generation, but I at least want them not to worry. And then that shit that, oh, by the way, guys, I hate local politics once again, though, but some bad shit went down with housing last night from what I'm hearing. Something about a push from a 30-year mortgage to a 50-year. So other people can afford houses, but yet you're going to be, oh, man, it was messed up. Every financial person on YouTube, news, regular channels, every channel ever made was bitching this morning about that bullshit. I guess houses, here we're trying to find house relief by getting houses back to normal again, rent and everything else. And now they're talking about raising the shit. I don't get it, man. I just don't. Not one bit. We elect these people to take care of us so we can go to bed at night and sleep well. Wake up, go to work, get our money, go home, sleep well. It's not happening. Not even close. Name me one person that ain't worried about something right now. And I'm not talking the back of the head worry. I'm talking like, fuck. Yeah, 50-year mortgage is totally bananas. And, oh, man. I feel so bad for our kids. You know, I've never owned a house. Never even tried. I was never in one place long enough. I was always going somewhere. Yes, I lived in 3 different places, 20 years apiece. But I was never in that town. This is the first time I've lived at one place for this long. And it's totally mind-blowing, to be totally honest with you. I literally feel like I've lived here a lifetime because it's been 19 years in the same fucking house. Even when I was a kid, we didn't grow up in the same house because my dad had a job that took him all over LA County. And so if he got a job in the Upper West Side, then we had to move to the Upper West Side. He got a job at freaking Hollywood. We had to move, not to Hollywood, but real close to Hollywood. But that was back in the 60s and 70s, though, so it wasn't that populated as it is now. 400K base. Yeah, straight up, man. Yeah, this is fucking crazy. A dude bought a house down around the corner from us 3-4 years ago. He spoofed it up a little. It didn't need it. It was one of them newer modular Richie home things. And now he's selling it already. And he wants $450,000 for it. And that house was all day long under $200,000 just a handful of years ago. I'm like, holy shit. Hell, the one I'm living in right now was $79,000 a year tax value. Now it's $280,000. Just in the last 10 years. Went from $80,000 to $280,000. 10 years. Man, I wish I'd owned some property or some houses. I really do. By the way, silver's up 120 an ounce. Now's a good time to go through all your ex-girlfriend's rings and Get rid of them. Words of wisdom, Lloyd. Words of wisdom. $5.53. Well, we missed 5:30. So I guess we'll quit at 6. Yeah, I got it on the emergency channel. Now, I've been picking up Charlotte all day, so that's 50 miles. And that's straight line. That's not with a repeater either. Listening's more most of the fun. The only time I need to talk is to my family and my family only. I don't need to be talking to anybody like you don't know. Well, there you go. Hell yeah. Biggest processing plant in the world near here soon. Wish I had the money to buy a couple of plant investment homes. Yeah, right. Exactly. But you got your own business, so living the dream, bro. Living the dream, right? 1,300 acres. Yeah. What's the acre going for right now where you live? Where I live here in North Carolina, an acre? Shit, 30? 35,000? That's just for houses. That's not industrial land. Industrial land is totally different. Industrial land, I don't know. But I know that little half an acre they just sold down here went for like 21,000. So yeah, I'm thinking whole acres right around 35K an acre. Yeah. So about the same here then. All right. Oh, were you at, Cliff? Okay. All right. Well, shit, that ain't bad in Alaska, to be honest. Oh, yeah, I forgot Cliff. Yeah, me too. He just pops in out of nowhere. Boom. Hey, I'm here. Sorry, Cliff. Oh, hell, fellas. Oh, my ice machine's full again. Guess I need to make another drink, huh? I gotta go to the store pretty soon, so I'll get my backpack on. Run up to the store. That'll be my evening festivities. But yeah, it's been a good talk, guys. Had lots of fun. I enjoyed. I'm sure as years go by and time goes by, we'll get 2 or 3 more subscribers, which I really don't care. I'd rather just keep it this way, to be honest. Yeah, cool. Don't be sorry. It makes me feel special. You are special, Cliff. We's all special. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. I think I fucked something up. Oh, yeah, I'm out of water. Oh, shit. Hold on a second. I had a wife once. Run out of water. All right. Sorry about that. Didn't realize the whole catastrophe was about to happen. The ice machine ran out of water. The ice pickup bucket was full. Dang it, man. Thomas! What's going on, brothers? Alrighty, it's 5:59. I'm gonna rock and roll out of here. So I'll do it again Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 o'clock. We'll just leave it at 4 o'clock then. 4 to 6, roughly ish, depending on what's going on. And yeah, we'll talk again, guys. Thanks for coming in. Greatly appreciate it. Peace, love, rock and roll, the whole 9 yards. Love you, man. All the way. Be safe, guys. Be vigilant. Hug your family every night. Need help? I'm just a phone call away.